My name is Ayemenre, and I'm a legal practitioner.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Now, the reason why we are here is to talk about the security situation in Esan, particularly Esan Northeast Government area. Now, sir, what is your view? I want to speak to the whole world about the happenings here in Esan land in terms of security.
Oh, well, thank you very much. It is something that is worrisome to everybody. It is, most of us sleep these days with one eye closed, because on a daily basis, you either hear that somebody is kidnapped or somebody is killed, and you barely hear of any arrest or anybody that has been convicted in spite of all these that are happening. So sometimes you wonder, where is the presence of government? You know, recently we saw a lot of healers vans and policemen everywhere. One would have expected that by now there should be a lot of these suspects that have been arrested arraigned in court. You know, put your evidence together, everything together, charge these people to court. Let them be serving their punishments. All right. As of today, I'm not sure I've heard of anybody that has been convicted. So it's worrisome. Yesterday, was it yesterday or thereabout, I heard the news on that Akbebe street that whether headsmen or Fulani, whatever they are called, invaded the whole of that street. And people scampered for safety, ran away from their houses. There was even a gate I saw bullet holes and all that. So it's very scary. The only thing we are appealing is for government to be proactive. It's not when they say they are brought in policemen, security men, you see them on the road, on the main road, you know, harassing innocent people, Okada men, some people that they call Yahoo boys, they begin to harass. That is not the issue. I think they are missing the whole security situation up. You know, let's know what is the issue. These people, where are they coming from? How are they perpetrating their acts? Is it the outskirts of town? If it's the outskirts of town, there must be an exit where they come in from and where they go out from. Those things must be looked into so that you are able to pinpoint where they come from. If you man that area, for example, where they come from, you will see that is either they stop or it will have drastically reduced.
Yeah. Now, from your point of view, what would you expect the government to do? What would you want the government to do in this situation now?
Well, thank you very much again. I think the government needs to be more proactive, more serious. Don't just the time of election is over. Like distinguished Senator Monday Okpebo, the current governor of Edo State, he is not the governor of APC. He is the governor of Edo State. And the duty of government is to protect lives and property. Now, how many lives has he protected? How many properties has he protected? One, you will ask that question. Yeah. For me, I have a lot of issues as to the way and manner the current governor is handling the security situation. First, you brought in this policeman. For example, I use Uromi as a case study. You brought in this policeman to tackle the security situation in Esan. One would expect that, okay, for example, you are going towards that Ugboha axis. How many police checkpoints do you meet there? You are going towards that Ewohimi axis, Uzea axis. How many police checkpoints would you see on those roads? I went to Asaba recently. It was just one army checkpoint I saw on that Ewohimi axis. One army checkpoint from Ubiaja till I got to Ewohimi. Just one army checkpoint. Then from Ewohimi, there's one other checkpoint. Then as you are getting to Onichugbo, there's one other police checkpoint. So you will wonder, because there is a security situation on ground. One would expect that your men are out there. That is why I believe, or I support these local vigilantes, if you empower them, yes, I know that out of 12 there must be Judas. All right, even in the police force, they are all of them. There are a lot of them.
Yeah.
Do you understand? But that does not now mean that we should just let everything die like that. If you empower these local vigilantes, and they know their bushes. For example, Uboha axis, you empower those vigilantes. Uzea axis, you empower those vigilantes. Ewohimi axis, you empower those vigilantes. Igwebe axis, you empower those vigilantes. Ekpoma axis, you empower them like that. And they go into the bushes. I tell you, they will be this issue of kidnapping and killing will drastically reduce to the barest minimum, if not totally stopped. So for me, I would expect the government to be proactive. Again, what will it take the government to have drones search out these our bushes? It is not magic. It's not. Is if you all you just need to do is gather intelligence. When you are able to pinpoint where they are, it's just for you to strategically dislodge them. Once they are dislodged, they can't gather. They can't gather. But when you just relax and you feel that you feel nothing is going on, they will keep gathering in their. You see trailers coming in, packing people in. Have you ever stopped these people? Where are you going en masse like this? Where are you going? Where exactly are you going? The government seems to be relaxed. Yes, they say they are fighting security. For me, they have not started. They have not started. Let me also add, you cannot be a judge. You cannot be the complainant. You are the prosecutor. You still become the judge in your own case. Now, the government of Edo State, as of today, says they are fighting corruption. And anybody found guilty, according to the law that they are even relying on, is that once the person is found guilty, the person will be sentenced to whatever number of years imprisonment, and then the person's house, if found wanting, will be demolished. So my quarrel now is, these persons, these suspects, have not been tried. You have not brought them before a court to try them that will find them guilty. All right? From the point of at the police station level or for wherever they meet them, maybe they even confess. But for whatever, see, just confession is not enough. A court must have convicted them and then sentenced them before you can now say, oh, their house or the house they used may now be demolished. By the way, if you demolish the house, of what benefit will it be to the government? If I were the government, first thing I would do, once these people are arrested and the house they use comes into issue, I'll first of all seal it off. Seal it off, evacuate everybody that is occupying that premises, seal it off as a government. If the house is now, at the end of the day, the person is now found guilty, you can now decide on what to do with that house. I've seen some very lovely houses that they have demolished, and I'm like, this place can be turned to an ICT center. This place can be turned to, there are so many orphans. Take those orphans off the streets and take them to that house. If that is what you want to do, but demolishing them for me is a sin. It's jungle justice, is a crime. The government should not be seen to be doing that. My conclusion on that is that is either the governor does not listen or the people that are advising him are not advising him right. Because for me, that is against the laws of our land. You can't just go and demolish somebody's house when the person has not been convicted. Even if the person confessed that, for example now, I confess that, oh, I killed you, right? The law still allows a lawyer to represent me. If I do not have a lawyer, the court will provide a lawyer for me. Because the law says that, exactly, the law says that the person is innocent until proven guilty. And who proves them guilty? The court. You have not tried these people in court, you go ahead and be demolishing their houses. For me, it is totally wrong. It's totally wrong.
That is good. You're just like using the wrong way to the wrong approach to solve a problem.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, on the final note now, I want to advise some people on what you think they should be doing now that the area is not safe any longer.
Well, the government or the police cannot work without information. My advice to everybody is always watch your back. For example, you are entering your street, right? You are driving into your street. You must be able to identify if somebody is driving behind you. If somebody is driving behind you, whether Okada, you must be security conscious. Don't leave your gates open. Don't leave your doors open. Have the phone number of your neighbors. In fact, landlords and neighbors, they should have each other's phone number. If I'm at home, maybe I'm in the house and I see some movements that I do not like, I can call the next door neighbor. Did you see that person that just passed? Somebody just passed your gate. Information. When you have such information, pass it across to the police. But the sad part, I must say this, is that when you give the police such information,
you leak it.
You have aside from even leaking it, you have a problem. The problem is that the police will ask you to come and make statements. Sometimes they leave you there, abandon you there, or maybe detain you. That you must tell them how you got that information. Even if you now tell them, because they just want to hold somebody. Because they are not doing their job diligently. That's why when people give them, that's why you see a lot of people, they run away from those kind of things. Somebody is shot, for example, instead of them to rush the person to the hospital, they are saying, oh, not be me go carry and go hospital, make them no go talk, say, make them no come, they ask me, say.
I take that.
Do you understand?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the problem. By the time the government assures the people that come forward with any information that you get, it will not be harmful to you. I'm sure a lot of people will be willing to bring information to them. Like the incident that happened in Uromi the last time where a lot of people were killed is a very sad situation. But can you even blame the Uromi people? Because as of today, any aboki you see, you think
it's a kidnapper.
It's a kidnapper, or is it? Honestly speaking, if I'm driving on the road or in a quiet place, I see aboki following me,
you'll be scared.
I'm always very scared. I'm always very cautious. Yeah. But it wasn't like that when we were growing up. Those days when Hausas, all these aboki, they carry their cows, they are passing your house. They will even ask for water. You give them water. They only used to hold stick then. Yeah. These days, you see videos of them carrying AK-47 and all that. So it leaves a lot to be desired. So my advice to everybody is to be security conscious. Watch your back. Watch the people that live around you. If you must give somebody a house, ensure that you know the person. All right? And ensure that even if you don't know the person in totally, there should be a guarantor or something that will say, okay, I know him, I know where he works, or I know where he's from.
Okay.
So that's my take on it.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much.
We are so happy for your contributions.
Thank you very much.
I'm sure this is going a long way into helping the government to know what to do, the people know what to do again, and even the Esan in diaspora. You see them to know what to do, because this is a joint fight for every
yes.
So thank you very much for
and I wish the government well.
Okay, thank you so much.
In this fight of insecurity.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Sorry for your honor.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Thank you.